mental health, mental awareness is vital to a good, to have a good life. Like that's guys, it's Lucy and I'm back with another video. I know it's been some time, but I have had a lot going on over the last few months and I'm going to share a little bit about that with you today. I look a crazy lopsided mess. My daughter's at school, so you know I gotta make videos. I gotta get in when I can fit in. So this is what you'll get from me some of the time, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. This is how I look a lot of the time. Most of the time. 99% of the time. All right, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be telling you about WELLBUTRIN, which is a medication that I started taking that has really made a difference in my life. So I will preface by saying I'm not a medical professional by any means, and I'm not pushing anyone to try this medication or any medication or to neglect taking anything either. This is just my story that I'm sharing with you guys as someone who I was raised into holistic medicine. If you don't know what that is, it's just like natural remedies for things. That's how my parents like to be. They would only take medication if they had to. So that's kind of how I looked at things too. And I don't think it's just me looking at it through their lens. It's something that even in my adult years, I've found to work best for me. But with that being said, this one medication did make a big difference for me. So I'll get right into it. What is WELLBUTRIN? WELLBUTRIN is an antidepressant. It is a little bit different than other antidepressants in the sense that it has different side effects and it functions differently. The different side effects are because it functions differently. Most antidepressants, the most common ones used, focus on serotonin levels. And WELLBUTRIN focuses on different neurotransmitters to stimulate them. It's considered a stimulant. WELLBUTRIN is also used to treat ADHD and to help people quit smoking. I just found that last part out recently. So why am I taking WELLBUTRIN? What is my reason? Why am I making this video? I have suffered with depression for a majority of my life since I was a little girl. Ever since actually Hurricane Katrina happened, which I was 5 years old when that happened. Whole totally different story time for you guys that I would be happy to share. It's fine. But ever since then, I've suffered with depression and I also have ADHD. So when I spoke with my psychiatrist about, not a therapist, but my psychiatrist who can prescribe medication, we came to the conclusion that WELLBUTRIN would probably be the best thing for me. How did I come to this conclusion that, okay, I'm gonna forget what I know and what I'm comfortable with and go ahead and try a medication? The reason being is because I got to a really real place with my life and with myself. I had a lot of changes happen and some of them I felt like were really like out of my control, but I still chose to worry about them. I still chose to let it get me down, but I have a good life. I'm not gonna lie. I have a good life. I choose to see things that way. I have a beautiful life. I have a beautiful family. I have everything that I need. I don't have a reason to be depressed, right? Well, that's how I felt. So that made me even more depressed because I felt guilty for feeling depressed when other people have, you know, different problems than me. So it just kind of tacked on and I got to a place where I just couldn't get out of bed. I wasn't eating the same way, which I knew something was wrong with me then. I had no motivation to do things. And, you know, that really hit home for me because I have a little girl, you know, I have a little me. And I want her to be her own person. I always want, you know, I want her to grow up stronger, better, you know, in every way than me. So if I can be the best me that I can be and she can be better than that, that's it for me. That's the goal, you know? So let me not get emotional. I knew she was watching everything I did and that's really started to eat me up. So I did everything that I could, natural everything, to try and remedy my feelings, the way that I woke up feeling. I mean, I could not get out of bed. I spent more time sleeping than I did awake, and then I would still wake up exhausted. It made no sense to me. I changed my diet, I changed my habits, I changed vitamins, I got like all kinds of blood tests run to see if I was in balance. I did everything. And it was just something that, depression is a motherfucker. I'll just leave it at that. So I decided to try it. Well, now that you know the reason that I'm taking Wellbutrin, I'll tell you how it affected me at first. The first day I took it, I didn't have any good or bad things happen per se. I had a pretty bad headache, and then I got really, really, really sleepy. So I took a nap when my daughter took a nap, and that was that. And then the next day I had a little headache, wasn't too bad. Then the next day I didn't have a headache at all. And then I just kept taking it as a routine, right? And I didn't really think anything of it. I wasn't waiting for this to have an epiphany one day and feel like a whole new bitch or anything. But I was looking forward to some changes. But I know antidepressants take some time to build up in your system. So I waited, and after I started September 1st. I think it was September 1st. It was either the end of August or September 1st. But we'll go with September 1st. So it has been 2 full months taking Wellbutrin for me. And I just realized that the other day, and that's what it's inspired me to make this video, because I didn't even realize how much of a difference it made. Of anything that was happening in my life, that was the only thing that has changed. That's the only thing I did differently. I was still trying to do everything I could to, be better and feel better and be happier and stuff. But taking this medication was the only thing I was doing any differently than I already was. So that's how I know that it's the difference. I can't say enough words to put into the universe to give gratitude to what these changes have done for me. I think that Wellbutrin gave me the jump start I needed to start every day the way that I really want to start it. And I can't say that it made my thoughts completely different. Your thoughts run your life. I can't say that it made my thoughts any different, but it did help me to think differently, if that makes sense. And that changed the game for me. How I feel now compared to how I feel when I first started taking it is just all good things. I don't have anything bad to say. Some of the side effects were like weight loss, loss of appetite, not being able to go to sleep, a little bit of insomnia. I've had none of those things. The only thing I can say is that I have a little bit of anxiety at night sometimes. Now, that could just be naturally me. That could just be my subconscious. That could be anything, but it may be the Wellbutrin that does that. And maybe that's something that'll change over time. My dosage has changed, so that could be it too. It's not something that is completely detrimental to my life, so I'm not really tripping about it. So all in all, I've had a really great experience with Wellbutrin. As against medicine as I am, as much as I'd rather eat a cucumber and feel better, it didn't fucking work that way. So I had to keep it real with myself and really make a change for myself and the people that love me the most, and that number one person being my little girl. So she really inspired me to, it sounds crazy, she inspired me to take medication. No, she didn't. She inspired me to seek help. You have to ask for help when you need it. And sometimes you've helped yourself as much as you can, and it's okay to seek help. Seek help in the right places, though. Please, please, please. If you're a young girl watching this, if you're older watching this, if you're just in a place where you feel vulnerable, it's okay to feel that way, but please don't give up in the sense that you'll find vices that aren't good for you. Seek help in, a professional way. I know everybody doesn't have insurance, so that's easier said than done, but maybe you have a really close friend or a relative or somebody that you feel like you can confide in. But, or even, sometimes a stranger, because you don't care how they're going to react to you. Because you're expecting maybe someone that's close to you to react a certain way, and they don't, and then you're disappointed or you're hurt more and you're in a worse spot. So maybe a stranger. I don't know what could be the thing. I don't know what could be your Wellbutrin, but I want you to find it. I want to close out this video by saying that mental health, mental awareness is vital to a good to have a good life. That's just it. I can't even get the words out. It's the most important thing, second most important thing to, you have to acknowledge it so that you can have such a good life. The first most important thing, the number one, would be that path to healing. Once you acknowledge it, you have to do your due diligence. You have things you have to do. You have a responsibility to yourself to continue. Once you realize the problem, you identify the problem, whether it's by yourself, a professional, whatever the case may be, you take accountability for what you need to do next, and you fight and fight and fight to take that path to healing yourself. 100% worth it. Life is worth it. healing is worth it. Acknowledging it is worth it. And I want to talk more about mental health on my channel and different things. So if you have any ideas, please comment below. I have a list of a few things, but I'm open to anything that you guys would like to hear about. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I've been through a lot, but I'm not perfect. I'm not a professional, but I'm willing to share my story and open up, whereas I haven't before. So I hope you guys are having a good holiday. I hope you're staying blessed. I hope you're staying safe in this pandemic, and I wish you nothing but the best. I'll see you guys in the next video.